Hey guys, Rhys here, sales manager at TMT. Right here we've got the beautiful 2003 Ferrari 360 Medina Spider. Spider's just meaning that it's a convertible. So this car, let me tell you a little something. I used to have posters on my wall growing up. This is the image I have of a Ferrari. So it's available at TMT, just shy of $95,000. First thing I want to do is see what's under the hood. Oh wait, that's right. The engine's at the back. This is the trunk. Let's see the amount of spacing. I mean, I think we got quite a bit of room. I think we can get right in it. This is, I think, the car seat for the kids, actually. Yeah, that's what this is. What you've got here is you've kind of got like a mini briefcase. This comes with all Ferraris in this year, make and model. It's actually just for your insurance, automotive records. You can tell real genuine leather. It's worn over time. In 2003, you got to think back, lighting systems, incandescent versus xenon headlights. So this is the xenon HID headlight, a much better brightness driving at nighttime versus an incandescent bulb. Doesn't wear out as quick. So really cool feature about this in the Ferrari. These are actually an aftermarket wheel. In my opinion, a much better look for the vehicle as opposed to that standard 5-spoke rim. Also upgraded the rim size from an 18 to a 19. So it's pretty interesting. I like these a lot better. Coming up to the rear end of this, I mean, what other than having that sexy horse, stallion, whatever you want to call it, jumping in the air, just wants to get up and go. This naturally aspirated 3-liter V8 is pumping out 400 horsepower with an aggressive 275 pounds of torque. Really just want to hone in also on this big diffuser at the bottom. Just allows air to come in and suck it in and just really pulls. Covered with a tempered glass for that extensive heat that it puts out when it's screaming down the highway. Aftermarket Capristo, insanely loud exhaust. To me, this is my favorite part of the vehicle. It says it all with the sound and that screaming engine. Just love the lines here. Really key points and features in this vehicle, in my opinion, is kind of the side louvers, the intakes for air to flow in and really help cool the engine down, right? Really advanced in 2003. I love the feature and the look of this. Okay guys, here sitting inside the old Stallion. Having a seat, feel nice, secure, low to the ground. Surprisingly quite comfortable in these seats. I feel, you know, from a standard race car point of view, I would have thought the seats would have been, you know, a little bit more stiff and firm. Working my way around to just grabbing the wheel here, nice leather wrapped steering wheel. This model came with the F1 gearbox, so you've got the up and down paddle shift. This also comes with cheap plastic ASR switch, so that just allows you to have automotive shift response for those of you that don't want a paddle shift. So we've got this cheap plastic look here, nothing special. You know, that also, you would think with a name like Ferrari, you'd be getting a more superior look. What the hell is going on here? Oh, there it is. Like most vehicles, you think, you know, maybe I gotta press this yellow horse, press around here. I'm looking, I'm touching. It's on the right thumb and the left thumb placement. Just as, you know, driving as you're shifting. So I think it's a little bit more accessible when maybe turning and having to honk as opposed to moving the hands off the steering wheel. Looking from the outside in, we've got sex appeal, we've got performance, we've got the F1 gearbox, we're sitting in these nice Daytona seats. You're taking out your date and she's having a look at herself. For one, I'm looking straight, I can't even see myself. I've got to look and I've maybe got about 2 inches by 4 inches to look at. So we've just released the secret latch, the James Bond edition here. Any day now it's going to continue to keep opening. Okay, we're there. So yeah, you can throw your wallet, phone, keys, whatever you want, just in this little hidden compartment. So there's not a whole lot of a center console, to be honest. 2 options. They came in a 6-speed manual or the automatic Tiptronic. Very loose, wearable shifter here that pops you into reverse and drive. Not a huge fan. Common problem with the Ferraris for the shifter to become loose over time. So as I sit here, guys, in these Daytona genuine Italian leather seats, it's not all what it's shaped up to be. Very stiff. You can hear that creak sound when you push your back against the seating. Something you'd want to do for a quick jaunt around town, not on a long haul type of trip. I don't think you'd be that comfortable in the long haul. Comparing it to some of the newer Ferraris that's out there, not nearly as comfortable as you know, the sport racing kind of feel that those are giving you, right? Nothing special here as far as advanced electronics. We're talking Kenwood, a deck here. We have added a aftermarket Bluetooth, which is pretty cool and unique. Not that you'd really want to be bothered when you're driving your 2003 Ferrari 360. Let me tell you what I can't stand about this. We're out here on a beautiful sunny day filming and we can't even take the top off. Are you kidding me? Unfortunately, right now we've got a part rear locking latch on back order. We're not able to remove the top, but you can just imagine what it would look like with it down. The glove compartment, we've got a nice little LED light on the inside here. So I'm sitting here quite comfortably at 5'7.5", and I'm thinking to myself, I don't think I'd want to be above 6 feet, 6'2" in this vehicle. There's really not enough adequate overhead space. I mean, let's pop the top off and we've got infinite space, but if you come around and have a look at my legs, you know, they're fully extended and I'm pretty much touching the kick panel. Just doing a quick recap of, you know, my favorite 5 things. One is the F1 gearbox for me. I love the way that gearbox shifts. The second thing, which is kind of a tied for first, is really just that rear tempered glass looking into that beautiful, naturally aspirated V8 410 horsepower engine, right? The second thing would be, the third, my apologies, would be the upgraded exhaust to the Capristo exhaust. It just screams insanely loud and says, "Punish me." The fourth thing for me would be the aftermarket wheels. Going from the 18 to the 19s, a much more stylish look in my opinion with the 19s. And number 5, front fascia, how air pulls in, goes into the underbody, out the rear diffusers, and the air being sucked in just really just tops it off for me. Some of the cons of the vehicle here, very minor parts, but just some of the wearable items like the door latches, very cheap. The actuators, the little stickiness, the folding of the mirrors, very cheap, can't even see yourself in it. And the toggle switch to shift from reverse to drive. But besides that, it'd be phenomenal.
Is it a dealership vehicle?
Yeah.
Enemy spotted.
Okay guys, we're about to do the 0 to 60 in the Ferrari. You ready for it? Here we go. Woo! Well, there you have it. 0 to 60, 3.9 seconds. Actually hitting 62 miles per hour. Woo! I'm fired up right now. So just recapping on that 0 to 60, guys, I'm quite impressed that the rear end kicked out right off the line like that. Still maintaining control. Whew. It's got me going. Dopamines are flowing. As far as like an everyday driver, it's not an everyday driver. This is your Sunday driver, taking the missus out or mistress, whichever. Not something I'd want to take on a long haul. As far as, just the comfortability of the seating, after a while you might get a little bit sore, a little bit tired. Other than that though, I mean, it's just an exhilarating drive, right? Right now it's just kind of the performance sound testing is what I like to call it, okay? Woo! Shivers down my spine.
How you feeling, bud?
Jacked up. I feel amazing. I'm shaking. I'm just in love. There you have it, guys. The 2003 Ferrari 360 Spider Medina. If you like what you saw, throw up a like. We just started these videos. We want to continue doing it, so please send us some feedback. And hey, if you want to book a test drive, give me a call, send me a text, whichever. We're down at TMT Auto Finance right off the Langley bypass.